Okay, good morning or afternoon, everybody, wherever you are in the world. My name is David Dunning, and I'm going to be hosting the session today on the backbone for strategy delivery, building a coalition for your strategy execution improvement. Chris and I will introduce ourselves. I'm David. I'm the CEO of Deep Team, and I'm chairman of a couple of other organizations, CPS, and something called Core P3M Data Club, which you can look up, but is the a community interest company that's developed some collateral and materials, substantial materials around integrated governance. I'm actually the lead author on integrated governance, and you'll be able to access that in the public domain. It's shareable and free. And that work has got me an invite to be co-opted onto the BSI's G1 Governance Committee, which is very interesting stuff. The link to Deep Team is there. And my partner in crime is Christopher Pond.
Hi, so my name is Chris Pond. I see some names on there that I recognise, so it's nice to see people on here today. So David's invited me along. We've known each other, gosh, I think close to 20 odd years, something like that. And so I'm supporting him with regards to looking at the Microsoft Viva Goals capability. So what David and I will speak about today, while we are talking a lot around the requirements, the process side of things, obviously, and how we can implement that change, some technology helps, yeah? So I'm going to kind of support the technology side of things today. So David will do more of the talking, then it will come back to me in, I guess, 20, 25 minutes, something like that. We'll see.
Well, we'll talk quite quickly. There's a lot of material to get through, but as I said, we are recording this, and we will share an event summary, a link to an introduction on YouTube and the event. So you can always put that on slow speed if you want to replay it or focus on bits that don't quite make sense at the time. So let's dive in. So what's our agenda today? This is what we're going to go through. We'll revisit with you the pains of strategy delivery, what we've researched, what we've found ourselves, and what we've gleaned from people over previous events. And we'll ask you guys about your pains of strategy delivery. We'll go through some principles to consult for a good understanding of what your current state is with respect to strategy delivery, which is always useful if we're trying to kick something off. We'll offer you some key components that are the building blocks for how you can put together an ecosystem that connects from strategy to delivery and back again quite effectively. We'll brainstorm then what technologies you guys might have used already to help underpin strategy delivery, because we can't do this on our own. Technology is really important. And I'll just allow people into the room, or Chris can. We'll then move on to hearing from Chris about Viva Goals, about the technology backbone for strategy delivery, and he'll elaborate more on objectives and key results. And we'll wrap up by discussing, if you like the concept, if you like the principles, we'll talk about how you can get such initiatives off the ground. The hardest bit we find is not understanding what strategy pains are. It's not understanding what solutions could be and should be. It's getting this onto an agenda and getting something done about it. That's the hard bit. So let's move on, and hopefully I can press the right buttons. So we mentioned a couple of brainstorms. We'll be using Slido. If you have a mobile phone or computer, if you go to slido.com, it's a very easy app. If you can type in the number that's there, 406-4985, you'll be able then to answer a question very easily and simply on your phone. Don't worry about remembering that number. It will pop up when it comes. But that's what we'll be using to get some interaction and feedback. Okay, just a minute. Right, let's crack on. Okay, what are the typical pains in strategy delivery? Well, it's not very difficult to get Google's view of what pains are in strategy delivery. If you just go to Google or any search engine and search for strategy delivery pains, you'll have access to lists of articles, opinions, blogs. There's tons of it out there. It's not difficult to find. And I'm not going to go through all the detail that's on here. You can pause the recording when you review it and go through it in detail. But it appears that we're not particularly good at strategy delivery as a community. Some points there that stand out to me. 61% of respondents acknowledge that firms struggle to bridge the gap between strategy formulation and its day-to-day implementation. So there's lots of evidence and reporting and blogging that strategy delivery isn't great. Personally, I've run with various partners events looking into the pains of strategy delivery. The first one we ran was about this time last year. We called it strategy delivery, sometimes the magic happens, and we probed people's pains in strategy delivery. We ran another event with a different professional body in June last year, and have recently run another one, which you can access the recording to. You can access recordings to all of these if you wish to. So we've run a number of events and hosted a number of people and got a lot of feedback in sessions like this one. And again, just to re-emphasize, just some key quotes that came out of this. Strategy is a bubble and disconnected from the running of the business. That's not a good remark, is it? And this isn't an uncommon remark. Inability to set up and manage accountability. Well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? If strategy delivery spans the organization, if you can't set up and manage accountability, then it's all going to fall apart. It's not going to work. And the other one, and this happens a lot, and I've seen this frequently with personal experience, we don't have a clue what the corporate strategy is. I just crack on with what the sponsor asks. So it's not a good picture, is it? It's not just me trying to scare everyone. This is real personal experience, events we've run, and research on the internet. Strategy delivery is not great. So what are we going to do about it? Well, even I had to throw this in. Even if you look at ChatGPT and search for why strategy delivery is not good, it's got as far as ChatGPT to be able to explain some issues that it's compiled from all its connected data sources.